Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
17th over is what Chahal bowled, and that's what he did. He picked up 4 wickets, including a hat-trick in that over. He did his famous celebration at the end of that as well. And it was just before that over started, Joy. Shreyas Iyer batting, looking in great form. You're like, KKR is going to get this done perhaps with an over to spare, right? Yeah. And then Chahal comes and just does that against all odds, just showing you how big a heart he has.
And not only that, it's a very, 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 very talented bowler who can bowl that well to both left-handers and right-handers and change seamlessly. So the one he does to get Venkatesh Iyer, he bowls really beautiful, gets him on length, gets him to charge down the crease, and he stumps him. After that, Shreyas Iyer, big one. Not the best of his deliveries, but it was still good. Shivam Mavi drags him outside, gets him to hit. He knows he's going to hit against the spin first ball there. But the beauty of it, just as good as the first ball, was the one to Cummins. What a ripper. To give a ball like that in the last ball. And, we know that Cummins is no mug with the bat. The kind of ball that he delivered under pressure. I mean, can you imagine? 4 wickets, 1 single and 1 wide. That's all. That is possibly one of the finest, most decisive overs I've seen. So far Umran Malik's over that, 4-wicket over with 3 wickets and a run out was probably the best over the IPL so far. And I think this one is just a shade better.
I'm calling this one because of the context of the game, Pommie, where the game was placed and what this over has done. And the conditions that he was bowling in, who he's up against, small ground, just everything stacked against him. And that's how a sweet little Chinchu Chahal likes it, right? It looks like he won't be able to handle the pressure, but he can handle more pressure than people 5 times his size.
Yeah, and I'll toss in something else actually. Let's put it all into context actually, and it all just heaps even more praise on Yuzvendra Chahal. The fact that Shreyas Iyer gets dropped, what is it, a couple of overs? It's over 15 he gets dropped, right? Yeah. And he's sailing along, and essentially in that over that he gets dropped, the seamer has been brought back earlier rather than going to the spin. And the reason for not going to the spin is because Shreyas Iyer is very good against the spin. And if there's anyone who's going to whack out the ground, it's any spinner that turns up. So Samson delays the spin and thinks, I can't bowl you now. I've got to delay you a little bit because we've got to get this guy out first. All of that fails, and now he's got to go and face the big man. He turns up to face the big, succeeds in sort of having him off strike for the first part of the over, but then he faces up to him. And that ball, it's straight, it's a bit quicker, and he knows what he's trying to do. And if he makes any sort of contact with that, it goes sailing out the ground. He doesn't. And man, not just 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and whatever you like, and the celebration and everything else after that. And they thought they'd won it then. But they hadn't, because there were other things coming too, man.